Remember that scene in the X-Files movie where Mulder injected a vaccine into the circulatory system of the alien spaceship, and it started attacking the aliens at the molecular level, causing them to flee?
There's a contaminant in the system.
Mulder has the vaccine.
To attack the aliens at the Federalist Society whose spaceship has landed on the Constitution, you have to dissolve their DNA. The DNA of the Federalist Society is the elementary building blocks of their beliefs in two areas. One, information economics, and two, human nature. The Constitution is designed to solve these two problems. By being wrong about these two problems, the Federalist Society is wrong about what the Constitution does and reinterprets it as basically utopian communism. If you can show how the Federalist Society is wrong in their foundation beliefs about these two things, information economics and human nature, their entire philosophy dissolves. So the key to dissolving Federalist Society nonsense at the molecular level is showing how 1. Collective decision-making, social consensus arising from political speech, is flawed, based on the economic friction of imperfect information. The purpose of rights is to solve information problems in governance the only way they can be solved, by using distributed decision-making to overcome the problems of information economics. 2. Human nature is flawed and evil. It needs to be mitigated externally, not by culture which regulates individuals from within and in informal spontaneous social groups, and not by prices which spontaneously regulate commerce, but by law which regulates individuals using rigid external institutions. This is consistent with what the framers originally said the purpose of the Constitution was. Madison said in Federalist 51 that without separate departments to check the impulses of one another, people would form into social groups that attacked each other like animals in the wild. Hamilton called man imperfect. Hamilton said in Federalist 15 that men needed external constraints, and said in Federalist 78 that federal judges need to protect rights against political currents of the collective. In Federalist 4, John Jay said the structure of government has to mitigate that human nature is disgraceful and kings are inclined to war. But in their fight to strip federal judges of jurisdiction, the Federalist Society abandoned all this, to instead say that human nature and the executive branch are good, and decision makers can be governed using collective perceptions created socially in political speech. Today's Federalists protect business managers from the imperfect whims of the crowd, but abandon Madison's departments in all the original areas. Today's Federalist Society begins by assuming the whims of the crowd are virtuous and should not be checked by distributed decisions in courts protecting rights of individuals. For a model of information economics and the evil nature of man that dissolves the Federalist Society's charlatan philosophy at its foundation, read AntoninScalia.com/charlatans.pdf.